Air tank everywhere all at once. I'm gonna close the door and adjust the laptop.
Yeah, this.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Big Feature Film Review. And today,
I got that right this time.
I almost got it right because I forgot to say who we are. We're the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm Juju.
That's
GG.
Win. And today, we are talking about Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is the recent A24 film starring
The lady from
Michelle Yeoh, Ki Hoi Kwan, Stephen Hyo, and James Hong. Well, I say the big, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Can't forget her. I
didn't know she was in this movie.
Yeah,
It's funny because I saw pictures of her with them, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Why is she there?
Yeah.
Directed by Dan Kwan and Daniel Schneider, I think. Schneider. I can't read that far, so I'm sorry for butchering your name. But anyways, it follows an elderly, I wouldn't say elderly, an older Chinese woman who middle age, sure, who goes on a crazy multiversal adventure. While it starts off in like her kind of rundown laundromat, and there's family problems. It's crazy, goes nuts.
I was gonna say it's about a middle-aged lady who tries to do her taxes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
To simplify it, yeah. That'd be a good way to put it.
And then there's like a movie in between.
Yeah, somewhere in there. There's the multiverse and stuff. It's crazy. So you want to do reviews at the end?
Yeah, let's do the
numbers
so at the end.
We're gonna flip it back. We can typically do our reviews, ratings from 1 to 10, critical and entertainment value. So watch till the end, subscribe, watch all that. That was my phone.
Oh, my bad.
I'm more popular.
Fair enough.
Got him.
I usually turn off my phone.
Well, it's going to wait. So let's talk about it. What did you think of Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Not what I thought it was.
Not what you thought? This is exactly what I thought it was going to be. I guess you said you hadn't seen the trailer or anything.
Okay, there's only once, and you were talking about it.
Yes.
You're like, oh yeah, hey, we need to watch that. And
Yeah.
it's A24 film. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And then, yeah, I had no expectations again.
Yeah.
So at this point, I think that should be expected, where I don't really have any expectations in the movie.
Yeah.
But I was really surprised that she was in this movie and she said all of those things, because like I'm pretty sure from where she's from, they're very tamed with their, with their culture in terms of things like sexual stuff,
sexuality,
like yeah. So I was really surprised that Michelle Yeoh, that she did this movie, and I don't think
I saw a thing saying this was written for her. They had it in mind, and they wanted to do her, since she's very a prominent Chinese actor, and I mean, it's kind of even, they play like the meta game in it, where like she was at like a movie premiere and stuff in the movie, which was really cool. I did like that. It
was very strange that they showed like actual footage of her in a red carpet.
Yes, it worked very well for this movie. I did enjoy that. I'm gonna say it right off the bat, and you can disagree or agree, but this is my favorite movie of the year so far. I mean, we're only 4 months in, but this was awesome. I love this. Just the chaoticness, the dialogue, everything was fan-freaking-tastic.
Honestly, I didn't really find any a lot of negatives about this movie.
I didn't. I actually do have one. Yeah, and I'll hold on because let's hype this bad boy up, because I do really enjoy this movie.
It's weird that it was produced by the Russo brothers.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that at the end in the credits. I was like, huh. Kind of makes sense, I guess. I don't know. But
I guess they stole that concept.
Have you seen Swiss Army Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same directors.
Oh, cool.
They're a duo, and they direct stuff together.
Yeah, one of the directors showed up in the movie.
Yeah, and they did the Turn Down for What music video.
Yeah, I know that.
So they've got some interesting stuff on their belt, and I showed in this. It was a wild ride for sure.
Man, I don't know what you guys are smoking, but I would really want some.
Oh yeah,
because this looks like, I don't know how you can come up with this, because like while sitting there, you're just kind of wondering like, oh, where's this gonna go?
Yeah,
and then after like maybe a few minutes, maybe 30-40 minutes, your brain just turns off, because now you just don't know what to expect. You
just go for the ride. Some things I did really like. since it is a mostly Chinese cast, there was a lot of references to Jackie Chan. I felt like
there was
with like the fanny pack fight.
Yep.
I was like, this feels very Police Story-esque, and I loved it. It was just this movie. I can't. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to see something later this year that kind of hits me and like I'll love it more. But right now, especially with kind of how it ends and some of the messages they gave, and I'll talk about that in a second. But
I wish it was Jackie Chan that was in this movie.
Okay, the guy.
But I did like the guy.
He kind of looks like Jackie.
He does a little bit, yeah.
I was like, for some of the shots when he was actually doing like stunts and stuff, I'm like, man, he looks just like Jackie. He's actually he was. Have you seen the Indiana Jones movies?
Yeah, Short Stack.
Yeah, you're Short Round.
Yeah,
Short
Round.
Short Stack. Yeah,
who's Short Stack?
Short Round. They're both like I've seen them in so many things and I just didn't even know. Like she was in Shang-Chi. She was also in Guardians 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, great cast. Love these people.
Yeah, I'm really I was really not excited, but I was excited to watch this because multiverse stuff is kind of an up and up right now. You know, there's like things going on with Spider-Verse, the Doctor Strange stuff that's about to come out. You know, Marvel in general. I don't even want to count DC because they're about to get rid of the Flash.
Oh boy, yeah. Apparently that wasn't true. The Flash thing, but we'll see. I think I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, guys. I think they did the multiverse better than Marvel. Like it's just simple, man. Like it just made so much sense. Like they explained, I don't know if they did it better, but they explained it so well. I guess I shouldn't compare it to Marvel. It's just they did it so well. It felt simple and I wasn't confused by it at all.
I think the only thing is that like for some reason she is the key. And then like this whole branch, multiversal branch just exists because she did something. She made a choice that wasn't like, you know, up to her or something like that, or she made a different choice, and it was really okay.
I know. I just thought it was great because it was just simple, and I was able to understand it. As my slow brain was able to pick up on like, oh, how this stuff happens. I wasn't confused at any point. I may have been confused on what was going on screen per se, but I understood what was being said and conveyed about the multiverse and even just the story. So I thought it was very well written.
I don't like the exposition where they're talking. He's explaining that stuff, but I do like the fact that they didn't just completely stop the movie just for him to explain it. He actually does things while they're there. They're just like they're hiding, and he eats like a gum, and it's like, okay, at least we're moving and we're not staying in one place.
The story did not stop for nothing.
No.
For sure. It's a very fast-paced movie. I loved the chaotic nature of it. Just the fact, like in the beginning, when they're just at like the laundromat, it's so chaotic. Just the dialogue and everything going on. I was like, oh, we're in for a ride. They're just talking, and I'm like, oh boy, this is great.
I want to say a huge shout out to the editing team or department, because like I was sitting there, it's like, how do you organize this? Like, how do you put? I know there's a script, but it's usually very loose. It's usually like, oh yeah, this is what's gonna happen, or this is what we think was gonna happen. But no, this is everywhere, literally. There's even like a scene with the rocks. Also, shout out to those guys who filmed the rocks.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I have a huge appreciation for the people who made this because that was a lot, man.
Yes.
That's a lot to go through.
Yeah, one of my notes is literally just crazy.
Yeah,
like, I'm just like it's absurd, just the filmmaking aspects of it and just the story and everything about it, and it's just such a fun ride. One thing I want to say, Blake, I went and saw this with Blake, hated this movie.
Really?
He hated it.
He's banned from the studio.
I have a note to call him, so I'm gonna see if he'll pick up real quick. Okay. He didn't pick up. But anyways, my little brother hated this movie, and I'm going to talk about why, because we did agree on one thing, why he didn't like this movie. My only negative for really this movie is it could have ended like 5 different times. Near the end, it's just like, okay, it's going to end here. And I was going to be okay with it, but the fact I felt like, oh, it could end right here. It could end right here. It's a long movie. It's 2 hours and like
20
minutes or so.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang. And like, Blake wasn't into it probably around the hour and a half mark. He thought it was funny. It was crazy, but I do think there were some parts I'm just like, okay, it could end here. I did like where it ended and everything. I just didn't like the fact that it could have ended in 5 different spots. And I'm just like, is it going to end here? So that's my only problem. It's not a huge deal. Just,
the IRS part, or not the IRS part, the ending of the IRS part.
Mm-hmm.
That single part was just, they could have just ended it where, you know, it was love, family, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Well, even like the scene with the rocks, I was like, oh, it could end right here. Like I was okay with it ending right there. I didn't really care. I'm glad they continued, because one of my favorite parts of the whole thing was the story of like the dad and like how he deals with things. I was like, I relate to that so much. His whole thing was like, we both fight, but I fight with like happiness and like, I'm just going to keep going. And essentially it is, his whole thought process is, it is what it is. And you're just going to smile and keep fighting no matter what. And I really enjoyed that. I loved his character. He's probably my favorite character. I wouldn't say outshined Michelle, but he was just fun. It was such a fun movie. Everything about this was great.
I like Michelle Yao. I liked her a lot in this movie. I just I didn't expect to be like this older lady who's just fighting, kicking ass. It was just really funny the entire time. It's like there's like also like a weird innocence to an Asian mother almost, because like, you know, they grow up conservatively, and that's like a lot. That's a lot of Asian parents. And so, like, seeing her just kind of kicking ass, just saying all these bad words was just really funny, because it reminds me of my mom. And, like, the way she talks and everything like that just reminds me of my mom. She doesn't talk like my mom, but she has broken English somewhat. And, you know, there's, like, pronouns and weird shit like that.
It's great. It's great. I thought they did just such a good job.
I thought it was excellent. I told you it sucked. But that's only because like I didn't really know where to start.
Oh yeah, this is definitely like me and Blake went to Waffle House after this movie, and I was just like sitting there and I was writing my notes down and stuff, and I was like, man, what a movie. That is just so much. It is sensory overload for sure. Yeah. But you know, if you want a movie like that, it exists, and go see Everything Everywhere All at Once. And A24 with another hit. No surprise there. They do have just kind of sidebar, but you said you're not excited about the Marcel the Shell.
Yeah, I'm not at all.
I'm so excited. I rewatched the old videos. Those videos the first one is 11 years old.
I don't even think I've seen it.
They're so funny, and I remember talking about them with someone in middle school, and I was just like, oh, it's great. It's just so funny, and just. Yeah, I'm excited about that. But
is it just Marcel the Shell? I'm gonna look it up right now.
Oh, they're great. But Everything Everywhere All at Once, excellent film. I would recommend it to just about anyone, because it has so much for any genre, to be honest. It is a bit of sensory overload, and I did think it could have ended many different times, but it's still my favorite movie so far this year.
It does. I like that it has the director's flavor. It has like, you know how like Michael Bay does his thing with like circles and fucking like
explosions,
flags, like with them it's like there's like fighting scenes, and then there's like some very tasteful jokes. And there's like emotion in between, and there's like a meaning towards it, and I think it's fucking hilarious that they have scenes with a butt plug, and then have
that was great.
Have like a story about a mother and a daughter.
Yes,
there, so
it was perfect. I just enjoyed everything about this movie. I can't say that enough. Do you want to get to our ratings?
I want to ask you, do you think this is gonna win any Oscars, or do you think
that's tough? That is tough. Yeah. I don't think so. It's A24 kind of. It's like they like a specific type of artsy. And I don't know if this is it.
I think this is it.
I would love to see it. Knowing the Oscars, though, it is also, they'll be inclusive as they are. And they'll be like, it's a Chinese yes. Well, so we'll see. I would love to see it. I'd be rooting for it. But if not, I don't really care. It'd be
Who
cool.
gets hurt? I mean, this is still a good movie.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I mean, after Oscars this year, we're kind of.
Someone just needs to hit someone. I mean, they got to top that one next year.
I'm sure they will.
Someone's got to get hit by a car.
There'll be some stupid jokes about it and stuff. So
or someone
go full WWE, man.
Yeah, they're gonna have a WWE.
They'll have like a
ring
steel
on there.
chair and stuff.
Yeah.
Hitting people. It'll be a ladder match for the like best picture. It'll be awesome. But yeah, let's get to our ratings for everywhere. Everything, everywhere, all at once. We do 2 ratings here: critical and entertainment. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. What's your critical rating for this movie?
A 9.
A 9.
Not sugarcoating it. Just yeah, it's a great movie.
Yes.
I'm sure I just want to watch it a second time.
I do too. I might go see it again tonight, actually.
Nice.
Because I want to take my sister to see it. So we'll see. I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I almost want to give it a 10, but I'm gonna give it a 9.
Just because the ending.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's fair. I remember. I wish I didn't know the runtime because I looked it up before I watched it. I sat there. I was like, when that first part kind of ended, where he goes into the movie theater. I was like, man, I wish that didn't end, but that doesn't seem right.
Yeah. It's crazy. Now we're gonna get to entertainment value. 1 to 10 win. 1 to 10 win.
10.
10. And I'm just going to keep it short, simple, same. 10.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's just a wild ride. It's a definitely like, it combines a lot of our like silly, our silly enjoyment in movies, like crazy stuff. Like there's some stuff we could say we enjoyed in like Ambulance. That was crazy and we enjoyed it, but it's still like, like it's but then we watch something like this and it's actually a good like fun movie and it has a good story behind it and everything. It's such a mash of so many genres. It's great.
And it's
we
done
loved
by
it.
the guys who had a vision and they knew what they wanted to do, like,
and they got it.
I still don't know what the bagel is supposed to represent.
The bagel, man. Me and Blake just kept saying like, why is it a bagel? And I don't even have a problem with it. We're just like, why is it a bagel? We're so confused.
I'm trying to think because like I had everything rationed out last night. I was thinking about it. I was like, I feel like I know what's gonna happen, or I know what's gonna happen. I feel like I know what it is, and
Dude, it's just a bagel. I don't think you need to be thinking about it that hard. I think it's just a bagel.
I think it's like, oh, I remember last night I was thinking about this, the whole meaning of this, so that I can put this in the title, like explain or like, I'm gonna explain how I think of this. I think this was completely all mental disability or mental like.
That's an interesting take.
Because if you think about it, it's all about suicide, right? Look at her, the whole rock thing. She wants to jump into a black hole. She wants to get, and she feels trapped. The daughter feels trapped, right? And the mom is not listening. She doesn't know how it feels. So then she's just trying to get her to understand. So this is why the whole bagel thing is like what she's gonna miss. So if she jumps and she dies, she's not gonna have that at all. So yeah, that's what I think that is.
I think it was just an everything joke because it's an everything bagel.
It was, yeah. But no, think about it.
But think about it.
Think about it. It's all about depression. It's all about suicide. It's all
I would say more about the family dynamic, but yeah, sure. But that's our big feature film review for Everything Everywhere All at Once. As always, thank y'all for watching. We've been the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
Go to the therapist.
That's when. As I said, thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All that stuff down below. Check out our socials. We're on TikTok. Go subscribe to Continuity Crew TikTok.
I haven't checked that out. I don't even know what the login is anymore.
You should just be able to log in with the email. Okay. But like I said, that's our review. We love movies, and we love y'all, and we will see y'all in the next one.
Oh, it's called Marcel the Show with Shoes.
Shoes. 'Cause it's got shoes.